right, roll call, please.
John Sanford.
Here.
Dan Heinrich.
Here.
Joe Ward.
Here.
Jane Barber.
Here.
John Popovich.
Here. Hey, you got your own name this guy.
Yeah, isn't it amazing? The same people. I'm old enough to be as
We have minutes from our last city council meeting, May 2nd or May 5th, 2026. Entertain a motion to approve those minutes. We have a motion and support. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. In front of us, we have our agenda for this evening. No changes to the agenda. We'll entertain a motion to accept it. We have a motion and support. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. John and Joe second. You can watch the replay too if you. All right, we have our first round of citizens' comments for our city council meeting. Do we have any citizens' comments?
I'll just say the signs look great.
Anders?
The sign, the new signage on the road.
Stop sign.
Okay.
Yeah, it freshens it up, and I appreciate you all taking those details into it. Thank you.
It's been a long ongoing project, but we're glad we got it taken care of now.
Thank you for noticing it.
What's all the work that's being done with underground cables and stuff?
We think that is merit fiber going to the school.
It's going all the way to Bay City. Yeah, I see it all up and down 13 and 23, both lot of fiber construction.
3 or 4 years ago, they went in parallel to that for Tawas, so I guess they can't share.
Yeah.
Any other citizens' comments?
I say cable, right? Fiber.
Okay, moving on from citizens' comments, round one, we have our All Gres City Police Chief report. Glad we have Chief Allen this evening.
Hold stand in a certain place. He's going to put me on YouTube and make me a YouTube star. So here I am. Sure.
Big brother is watching it.
Yes. So y'all have my my monthly report. Things have definitely picked up since the warm weather's hit. Actually, on my fifth day, I took 4 calls, believe it or not. That's a lot on a shift for me. I think the most I've ever done is 6. Last month on May 6th, I don't know if you've noticed in the mornings, right around early part of May, they do this walk to school thing with all the kids meet up over the pavilion. So County Deputy Brett Hasty and I escorted that thing from the pavilion to the school every year. That happened on May 6th. Of course, the 24th, we had our parade. It didn't look like we were going to have the weather was going to be super great for it, but it was a pretty good little turnout.
Morning.
Morning.
Hi, everybody. Are you late? Here?
And this month I've been dealing with a couple, Dale and I have been working on a couple blighted houses and some long grass, so I got that works going on right now. Any questions?
Any questions for me? Helpful. Thanks, Chuck. All right, moving on from our city police chief report, we have next item is old business, 8.1 being AT&T tower upgrades. May recall they're proposing adding some equipment to our water tower for their coverage.
Yeah, we from the last meeting we had 3 couple questions anyways. I added another one on the tower on where they're putting the new equipment, what they're taking off. We had a little concern about the welding on the tower. It's on the post tower stem coming up. We got that resolved. Verizon came in and did some work on the tower last fall. There were some support bolts that were replaced. AT&T had that on their schedule too. They went back and checked. That was done. And the other thing we brought up is they add equipment. They add equipment. We really haven't raised their rent on the tower. They came back at $150. It isn't a lot, but it is something. And so they answered all of our questions, and we just need a motion to go ahead and approve their change and hit them with the $150 rate hike.
Are you and Heath both satisfied with your conversations?
Right, they're going to put in writing that it's going to be inspected, which we pretty sure it was.
I noticed that on here that they were gonna have, an inspector.
Yeah.
Check their work after it was done, so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes me feel.
And by having an inspector that they have, if it ever rusts or having problems, it's like you guys approved it.
Right.
Yeah, we're good with it.
I'll make a motion, we approve this as outlined.
Support. Okay, we have a motion and support. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. The next item on old business 8.2 is one's outdoor concert. Colton's here this evening to tell us what he knows since last month.
I was just gonna answer all your guys' questions.
Okay.
I submitted that proposal. I don't know if everybody's taken a look at it, about parking and everything. The only thing that I really have to add to that is that, I'm gonna,
McIntyre.
McIntyre, thank you. Thank you. I spoke with Don McIntyre, and got his sign off and everything, and we spoke a little bit more about the parking. And um, he doesn't want people crossing 23, which I completely understand. So Stormies, will be like a last case scenario. But what he does want to see is shutting down for through traffic on all the roads on that side of 23 behind us, just so, and he wants people to be able to park on the roads and stuff like that. He said that he would sign off on that. That was his idea. I didn't know that was a option, but he said he'd sign off on something like that, be able to do that.
He has something to sign off on. That's city jurisdiction.
But like I said, I'm not positive on all the red tape on that. He just said that he would sign off on something like that. But
What streets are you considering stuff? We had offered to close Mackinac from US 23 to Michigan Avenue.
see, that's what I was going to ask you guys. What your thoughts were? I need help on that because I just don't. That's just me being completely honest. I wouldn't know because, like I said, in the diagrams and everything, since we last spoke, I spoke with the superintendent of the school. He signed off on being able to use the school. I just have to put a porta potty over there. We have all the porta potties all checked and ready to go. So we're going to put a porta potty over at the school. And he doesn't want us using the faculty parking lot, so we're going to be roping that off and some no parking spots and everything. So I would need help from you guys to. I don't know where I'm going from here as far as parking on what Don was talking about.
Is that even an option for us?
Which one?
So basically what we're looking for is if you go behind the restaurant. So where Bresches is, so we have the permission to use the parking lot at the school. So it'd be from the school, that street, we have the permission from the IGA. So it would be that street. So I'm guessing we would go from 23 to from where the IGA is, the street back, and then the street back to the school. Just to close them off, just to use for parking. Because we have permission to use Beresha's entire parking lot. And then school.
The school, yeah.
Yep, except the faculty parking and then all the way around. So we've designated to have the bathrooms, porta potties,
Just.
Yeah.
And I have
Yeah.
all the rope and everything that we need to be able to block stuff off and be able to do stuff.
And then early go from 23, we'll block off our parking lot from the party store. And then all the way down. We actually have permission to use the entire city block from uh, the beauty store. Can't remember her name.
More.
Yeah. So it'll be all the way across and then pretty much the entire block all the way around.
I also spoke with, our last one, just, I spoke with all the neighbors right around us on their backside there. I spoke with them as well, and they gave us the thumbs up
Yeah, okay.
as well.
Did the people you're talking about shutting down Michigan Avenue from Mackinac Street and then Michigan Avenue through to Court Street,
It's
And-
Fourth Street, the one right there on,
the one that goes by the school? Michigan Avenue is the diagonal one running out to 23. So you're talking about shutting it down from Court Street to Mackinac Street. You're going to shut down Michigan Avenue. And you talked to all those people that lived on that street, and they said it
I've
was
talked
okay.
to all of those. I can do that though. I can get that done tomorrow, or not tomorrow. It's all great. Thursday, I can go through and do that if I get back.
Because actually, I mean, part of my concern is that if they wouldn't have a way to get out of their house, drive out of their houses if they had a emergency or whatever.
I guess the other thing too is if we shut the roads down, how are you gonna get traffic around to Gres's and parking lot and the school? I mean, I'm good with, or I'm in favor of like Mackinac Street, you know, where the IGA is and that.
Yeah, that
that's a
would be
good,
a big deal, Mackinac.
Right.
Street would.
but I think the rest of it to completely close them down is probably,
I would hesitate Court Street because
I would just say,
that's a
I would honestly
track
just
in
say
and out of the
if it
city.
was,
out to the yacht club.
yeah,
That's a major, that's one of our major roads.
right.
It's not one of our local streets.
Yeah.
So I would hesitate to do that one. Mackinac, I definitely would support. Michigan Avenue, I'm a little bit iffy on it. We close that
Right.
from Mackinac to Court. I would definitely want to talk to all the residents that's on there and see if they were good with that.
I talked to IGA about using their parking lot.
and we're just talking about the back. We're just talking about the back. Not
That's the
the
only other
whole-
way into the parking. Not Michigan.
Yeah, they didn't have, and we're talking about like 2 or 3 hours. It's not like,
Let it be open, yeah.
Well, how 2 to 3 hours? Your event is from 4 or 5 till 11.
What we were saying when, IGA was open is what she was, because IGA closed at what, 8?
9.
I don't know.
Oh, it's summer hours, 9, yeah.
I don't think I would support closing Michigan from Mackinac east. There would be no point to that for them.
No, I don't think they're gonna there.
But
That
that
was
would
my
give-
understanding
That
from,
would give IGA access to their parking lot off of Michigan Avenue.
You know, the bigger concern I have on with this parking is you did put in here that you'll have staff who will assist with traffic and traffic flow and congestion. What authority do these people have to move people around town? You know, and I'm just gonna back up, when this whole thing started, I was 100% in. But I've talked to different people on this and I have some concerns. And I've said this many times, I don't want to be here Monday and Tuesday and take phone calls if we have some issues. So we have to let everybody know what's going on. And like I said, who's going to be out there directing traffic? What authority do they have to direct traffic?
Use somebody with a orange vest on and you kind of help facilitate everything, no authority, just volunteer help.
what else is going on in this town?
Fourth of July weekend.
Exactly.
It's 4th of July weekend.
Right. And what else
lot of
is going on
traffic.
in this town? Everybody in this town is coming to look here and do something and have something going on. I mean, it's a super sleepy bear town. We're trying to create an event for the town and bring revenue in and have something going on.
And I don't want to get into the revenue. The revenue is going to be at your place.
Well, it's at our place, and then you have people that are here that are gonna use the IGA, and then they're gonna use any other establishment that's open.
What?
Well, the Stormies will be open for, for breakfast and stuff for that day. The IGA, I mean, we're trying to bring revenue into the town for all the businesses, not just us, but for everybody. And we have the entire town behind us supporting the event. We have literally went to every single revenue or every single business in the town, and everybody is like, yeah, that's a great idea.
We're not trying to make this adversarial. We're just looking out for the best interests of the community. And bringing revenue into town obviously is always great, but you can't do it to the detriment of the people that live here. People that live here are the ones that elected us. We're looking out for their best interest. So we're not trying to be adversarial here at all. We totally support this event. We're just trying to come up with the best way to facilitate this without.
I guess what my question would be, would,
Work on Michigan without it being shut down.
that's
I
kind of what I
can see why not.
I would think that like for through traffic and things like that, like would still be able to get through. I would just I don't know what I guess what my question is, what do I have to do? Because mind you, we have a month to do this. I have 31 days to get this.
You have a lot on
all-
your plate.
there's
We
a lot of
understand.
there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And I'd like the support of everybody, and I want to make everybody feel comfortable. I definitely understand making sure that the town, the citizens and everything are comfortable with everything going on. But I also want to make sure that we're able to do as much as we can. So what from you guys would make you guys comfortable? What do I have to do? And can we go from there?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
again, you're the one sound like we don't want this. I think it's a great idea. I guess
there's
there's too many loose ends on it for me. That's the more I got into this, the more I talked to people. And simple ones, Colton. How many porta potties do you think is recommended per person?
not recommended per person. I talked to Daniel Septic. I have 3 porta potty. I have
What
3 regular, 1.
what is recommended for an event?
She used her thing. I don't know what it was off the top of my head, but
It's
she had a calculator and everything, and she's the one that directed me on how many.
if you go online and look at porta potties per event, they recommend if an event's 4 hours, roughly one for every 50 people. Longer than that, they recommend one for every 40 people.
That's not what she told
Then
me.
there-
Like like
that's-
like I said, that's not what she told me.
I have put events on and that's what the recommendation is that porta potty. I mean, just things like that. We have some concerns with the sound. Again, if this is stuff that, and you said you talked to Under Sheriff McIntyre and I did too, and we kind of get a little different verse from him. We may not have, well, we may have one person on duty that night. Okay, that's again 4th of July weekend, and Aranet County's going to be thin. The state police are going to be thin. We have one officer, and I do have concern about the sound, the noise. If he's told to quiet down, he's going to quiet down. You know, his music is, in my opinion, a little on the vulgar side. Those are just some concerns I have. Again, I want to make sure it's going to go right. I don't want a Monday, Tuesday of a lot of citizens' complaints. My biggest, I guess the thing of it is, you've talked to these people, we talked to the residents. I think we need to send a letter out of what's going on to more than just the 2 or 3 residents around. I mean, that's what I would like to do and just say, hey, this is what's happening, let people know. Sometimes if they know, they'll understand it more than if they don't know about it. So, I mean, you go door to door, it's different than sending a letter out because people are going to get the letter. I mean, those are the things I'd like to do and say, hey, this is what's happening, just so you're aware. That way, if there is traffic, if there is congestion, if there is music issues, if there are people walking around, they know ahead of time. So that's what I'd like to do. And then there might be, I mean, we're going to send them, I mean, if we send them out of here, that they're happening and you look at the letter before it goes out, see what you think of it. I mean, that'd be at your expense, but I'd like to do that. And we want to, like I said, again, we want to make it happen.
I understand all the concerns and everything, and like I said, like I talked about the last time. I did talk to Chris just to go back to the vulgar of his music. I talked to Chris, and I do want this to be more on the family oriented side because I definitely understand that this is a quieter town, you know, and
Something Able is a pretty good group of guys, and if
Yeah.
you asked them to just use some substitute words in their
Yeah.
lyrics, they would do it.
Yeah, and that's definitely what he kind of said as well to me. It's like, you know, I know that there's going to be alcohol involved, and I'm still waiting on. I had to resend out the submission because I had the square footage um of the event. I didn't really have that filled out properly on the form, so I just faxed that back over yesterday. So I should be hearing something back from the liquor commission as well. But you know, I just want to make sure that everybody's comfortable with everything as well. Like we want to make money, but we want the city to be able to make money, and we'd like to be able to do this more and more because this one, you know, it's our first time doing it. Next year, you know, you said there's a lot of loose ends. There's things that I just don't like. That's why I'm asking for a little bit of guidance from you all as well to be able to figure this stuff out because I don't want to have loose ends. I just don't know. I don't know what you need from me to be able to make this happen.
Yeah, no, those are my concerns.
I'll
And
talk
through
to
people
Dan
like that.
again tomorrow, and I'll get back with you because I know me and you were playing phone tag a little bit this week. I'll talk with Daniel Septic again tomorrow, and I'll get a little bit more clarity on why she told me because, like, you know, I have on there between 500 and 800 people. It's Chris and me were talking the other day, and he said that there's a lot of compete that weekend because it is 4th of July weekend to be able to have that many people. I was basing this off of the Saving Able thing, but because it's 4th of July weekend, I don't know if we're going to have that. You know, it might be less. You know, it could be more, it could be less. So there's a lot of variables because of it being that weekend that people are going to be out of town, people are going to be on their boats, people are going to be at their cabins, kind of thing. So we might not get that. You know,
And the other note I had, have you talked to uh, Aranet County EMS or the fire department?
I know, but I will.
I would get in touch with them. Yep, just to make sure they might want to have something open, something closed. I know you did put an emergency fire lane in there, and just let them know also.
I'll call them either tomorrow or Thursday. Tomorrow's Taste of All Grace, so I'll be pretty wrapped up getting that together. But yeah,
And no hard liquor outdoors, sold outdoors. Does that mean they can be able to take it out of the bar?
That's the only liquor. Beer, wine, and
seltzers.
But inside the bar?
They'll be closed, right, during that time,
No,
your building?
the bar will be open, but we have it's a limited menu and like limited liquor.
It's on the flyer. I think I looked at that earlier. Right, yeah, listed.
The beer, yeah, I have all the beers on there. Yeah.
I think in regards to roads, I think we're still Greens, Mackinac, closing Mackinac. That section,
100% support Mackinac.
yeah.
And I guess I would encourage and support curbside parking on both Michigan and Port, but I would want to maintain the openness of the roads for Port Street, especially because that's a main road. That's everybody. The yacht club's got to go, or they don't have to. They have a lot of ways around, but they're going to go through there.
That's pretty much what I meant. I might have been saying that poorly, and I apologize. That's what I meant. It was like curb on the curb. I wasn't talking like parking in the middle of the street and stuff like that. That's what curbside. That's
I think we absolutely close Mackinac.
Yeah.
That one block chunk of Mackinac. Let's just close it. People can walk from the IGA parking lot to your venue, no traffic, zero traffic. You can use it for parking if you want. But absolutely no traffic, no through traffic even on that. But Port Street, I would very much hesitate to want to close that because
of course it's I understand what
it's a major
worded that very poorly.
Michigan, I guess I would be a little more flexible on, but I think if we did curbside parking, and I'm not sure if that road's quite wide enough to do 2 rows and still maintain a lane.
Port Street.
Port Street's only one side parking. You're not supposed to park on Mac Linden side. It's posted.
Right, which is fine. But I was talking Michigan.
The church,
Yeah.
courtside, the
Court Street, yeah.
Court Street, yeah.
That's one that goes,
Okay, so it's Court Street, okay.
Court Street is the traffic,
I got
goes past the school. And that is a major street that's with our road classifications, that was considered major street.
Right, yeah.
Where Mackinac and Michigan are both considered local streets.
So, yeah, like I said, I think I worded that through traffic. I thought that was where people can still go through, but it's not like you go around the side kind of thing. That's what I was thinking is what I was saying, but I think I was just saying that.
That would be what I would personally support.
Okay,
That would be my
that's what I'm asking.
my
for, what you're supporting.
vocalization to the.
That's what I'm asking for.
And I would also support you talking to Saving April's crew.
Yep.
And just 'cause love their music, but
We get it.
they can be pretty gross.
Yeah, no, I'll reiterate that back to Chris just to
being-
make everybody
Being
feel
an outdoor
comfortable,
venue
because like,
in a,
yeah.
in a residential area, I think they monitor their
it'll be loud.
lyric a little bit.
Yeah.
They can clean it up. They're capable of it.
It's, and going back to the noise thing too, with us being within like noise, quiet time and noise ordinance and everything like that, like being able to turn it down, like we can make that happen. Like I'll have to talk to them and make sure that it's at somewhat of a reasonable level. So, you know, we're not hearing it all the way past the pavilion and stuff like that. You know, we want to have it's a rock concert. Let's be frank right here. It's a rock concert, but you know, it needs to be within reason, and I understand that.
And that's why I said that it's, you know, they're up there, they're performing, and the only thing on their mind is them, the crowd, and the music.
Right.
And they're not taking in consideration of what's out there. And that's why I brought up the noise. I mean, it's easy for them to crank it right up and blast it right out of there. But we also, that's gonna go all through town. So that's why I said, just kind of tone it down for the area that the music's coming. And that's all they gotta do on it. And, also your note said, live music is expected to conclude approximately 11 PM. It should be at 11 PM, before 11.
Sorry, yeah. Like I was thinking, you know, like
10:59.
tentatively 10:45, hard stop at 11. That's
Yeah.
Like I did this. You gave me a date. Give me a break here. you texted me and said, "Hey, I need this today," and I made it happen. All right.
I know. I just, yeah, approximately, I don't 1 o'clock in the morning, Cole, you say, that's approximately 11.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I'll go around and I'll door to door. We'll send out the letter. I want to do the door to door because like I like talking to people. Obviously, I'll do the door to door. Talk to them. We can still send out the letter. I'll talk to EMS. I'll talk to fire, and I think that
Talk
was
to the care center and all,
here there.
which is adjacent to the IGA. They have adult
Oh, okay.
disabled people.
I did not talk to them, but I will. If I need to do that, yes.
That would be a really good conversation to have. I'm not sure what their clientele is at the moment. But they should have a lot of heads up in case they have any sensitive clientele that they might want to house elsewhere for the night.
Of course. Yeah.
And I think I'd be concerned about parking around there also, because part of that parking lot is their parking lot.
Yeah, what used to be the old fire hall, the big garage right next, that's in the IGA's parking lot, that is owned by the care center.
Okay.
Along with the parking that's up against it.
Okay.
That's actually owned by the care center.
And around the
Okay.
back.
And around the back.
So right up. Okay.
They share a parking lot with the IGA.
Gotcha. I didn't know that.
So
but
they should be involved in this conversation,
Definitely. I will talk to them to do that. That's fine.
especially because of their clientele, if there's any sensitivities there.
Okay.
And they're good people. They would probably just make arrangements to have those people housed somewhere else for the night, if they have any that are sensitive to what's going to be going.
Yeah.
All of that being said, I'm in support of the event personally.
Thank you.
Comments from council?
Do we need to take any action on closing that street or just let DPW make it happen? We won't have a meeting again before this, correct?
We won't, but,
We can have a special meeting before it if we need to.
I just look at DPW going out on closing on a Friday and open it back up. I don't know if they're gonna want to do that. You know, they may have the stuff there, and it may be your responsibility to put the blockades up and then take them down. But,
As long if they can supply the blockades, I can.
that's how we do it for the fire department, the fireworks.
That's an easy task for us to handle. Knock them out after the concert, take them down.
Yeah.
Nice.
You guys are okay with closing up Mackinac, but I mean, you got a lot of residents in that adult foster care home. I mean, if EMS or the fire department need to get through them.
That's why he needs to coordinate with them and let them know that Michigan Avenue will not be closed. Come in the backside of the Michigan Avenue entrance into the IGA, that will be open, fully accessible. That's why he needs,
But in, I guess, reality, if they gotta pull somebody out of that home for emergency purposes, are they gonna pull them out the back door? Or are they gonna go through the front door? I mean, I'm not even aware that there is a back door there. I don't know.
it's a fire exit ramp and all that stuff. They've got both sides, front and the back. It's actually easier to get them out the back because it's ramped. To the front, they have the stairs.
Well, we were also considering just a partial closure of that section of road also, right? I mean, we don't necessarily need to go all the way to Michigan, right?
We could, it could be stopped at the care center's garage. That stub open.
Yeah.
But that's a conversation that needs to happen with the care center.
I'll get that done Thursday and I'll get back with Dale about it, let you guys know. All right. I threw you into that. So,
No, it's all, no,
you're my confidant right now.
no, it's the easiest way to do it. But I mean, think you got it, you know, as long as the EMS knows that road's closed, not block the whole road closed, and just kind of make sure there's a back entrance into it. I think you'd be good if they know. And
Whatever you need us to do, we'll do.
Yeah.
That's just, that's all that.
Making everybody feel comfortable with what's going on, because we understand that it's a big, there's a lot of people coming. We get it, and we want to make everybody feel all right, and we want to be able to do this again next year without having to do a lot of this again, so you guys know what you're expecting to do. So,
Looking out the kinks.
Any other comments? I don't think we don't have any motion or any action.
Yeah, I don't think we really can at this point.
no, we don't. No, we got it answered and working with them. And I think it, like I said, it's going to bring some people to town, and that's why I say I just want it smooth, because I don't want to make the front page of the Detroit Free Press and have 7 people read it.
I see my picture on that picture.
My dad was great for that. You have all great Michigan and Detroit.
I want to tell people that we have a council meeting the Tuesday after this, so
Megan, I'm trying to protect you because I have plans for July 4th. I want you to be there.
No, back from everybody. How are you doing this and planning 4th of July and stuff?
That's the after party, all right?
That's the after party.
Yeah.
Thank you.
yep, thanks.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys.
Thank you so much.
Okay, moving on from item 8.22 to new business. Item 9.1 is our budget adjustments for 25-26 fiscal year. Any comments from council on these budget adjustments? Anything important to point out? It's really just those standard adjustments, right? Just
Well, final adjustments, cleaning it up. I've tried to keep one step ahead of Dale, which is impossible. We already got our money for, the MDOT paving, so that was the big adjustment in local street there, that state grant. So, I'm predicting the paving will be done by June 30th, so we'll have those expenses. That was kind of the big thing. Other than that,
You're gonna have it done by June 30th?
yeah, they're gonna be in mid-June to pave.
and they
They figure just a couple days.
completed all the other the repairs to our water infrastructure.
Yeah, valves have been fixed.
I saw they were
firefighters
working on
have been
Saginaw Street and they've been on Michigan Avenue, so.
Yeah.
I think motion we approve the budget adjustments as submitted.
Or motion and support, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? And carried. Next item is our Yo and Yo engagement letter for 25-26 fiscal year. So basically, again, every year we have to be audited by an accounting firm, right? Our budget and everything is audited. And this is the proposal for them to provide their services.
Yeah, their annual contract.
How does this compare to last year's fees?
It went up a little bit, but not bad. We're pretty efficient, so they're in and out in no time.
We live on, I say we. Well, this is a week. We get more efficient and they keep charging us for it.
I would make a motion, we accept them as our auditor.
You support, John?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a motion and support. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Item 9.3, ethics policy. This was actually a recommendation from Yo and Yo last year's audit. Go on the second page of my email to find it. So, basically, they're recommending that we adopt this policy. It's pretty. You went through and adjusted?
I did
Or,
really use theirs.
oh, okay, you found one or?
Yeah, I found one. Yeah, I found one that I thought was better suited to us and it was easier to get. So
Has this been
Same
submitted to
information.
either MML or our attorney for a quick read to see if they thought of it or no?
no, I mean it's
MML always had a lot of good templates for this kind of stuff.
this is the one that Yo and Yo had. Is a lot of copy of theirs that came out of their office.
I read through it, it looks great, but I'm not
It's pretty
freaking lawyer.
visual. Yeah.
I mean, it's something we need, something we should have, but should it?
No, the state government ethics laws that apply to us too. And I don't think they're too often much different than this. I read it a while back in the Constitution. So, yeah, looks good to me.
You want a motion to adopt it?
Motion to adopt this policy.
Got it.
Second.
We have a motion and support. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Well, getting. We'll see. We can always change it. Right?
You want us to sign them tonight and give them to you?
Thanks. Moving on from our business this evening to the city manager report.
A lot of it's going to sound like a broken record. South Court. Tiers are finished. Porches, driveways, and our landscaping, and they'll be done. We have a lot of stuff scheduled next week. Driveways and overhangs and stuff. So we're hoping to shoot for an open house at the end of June. I really feel they're awesome there. I think they're very nice homes. They're quality constructed. The additions we made to them with upgrading certain things made them real nice. They are sort of open, so if anybody's in the area, stop by and wander through them.
I see they got topsoil leveled up pretty nice.
Yeah.
Today it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I finally had a mow over there. It was looking pretty rough, and the topsoil, and yeah. So they're coming along good. Campground expansion, that is finally moving along. Probably not gonna be done this year to rent out spots. Disappointing. Cabins, one will be done here next week or so, and then sit on the other one. So slow project, but it is coming along real well. Ball fields, on our end, I feel we're complete with the city. We went above and beyond to do those fields. A lot of people did help us with them that weren't involved originally. Dan for one, and I always repeat, talk about Steve Stiff. The entrance. Did you go by the entrance, Dan, and see the entrance on it?
Yeah,
Steve,
didn't look real close, but looks like he's got it all,
Steve
Metzger,
Metzger
the camera's all thing all fixed up.
and the Camsell family did a great job on that entrance, so it looks real good. Street and sidewalk projects are going on as planned. They should be done. Everything should be done by the end of this month. That's the paving and sidewalks are repaired. Traffic signs are installed. Thank you for the shout out there. And we did receive a grant from the Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe for $26,635 for our water tower maintenance. We had the water towers inspected last fall. We needed a few things on them. We did get a grant to repair those items. So thank you to them. We also got a grant, which I did put down here, from the Internet Community Fund for some bathroom repairs, new faucets in the bathroom at the campground, the hands-free bathrooms, and a uh, automatic water bottle fill drinking fountain. So we did get a grant from Internet Community Funds. I think that total was right around the $5,000 mark. I apologize for not having that. Zoning has been, I probably bring this up every couple months. It has been, the last 2 weeks have been zoning. We have a lot of vacant properties that were purchased. We have a lot of people that are looking at building homes, garages, accessory buildings. That's been damn near a full-time job with zoning. Some's gone good, some's gone really bad. Couple things coming up. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, WKJC Our Town broadcast for 2 hours. WKJC is highlighting the Au Gres area this week, and they do an Our Town. They do an interview with the mayor and the school superintendent.
You mean the mayor pro tem, Dan? No?
And some other event planners, Chamber of Commerce, what's going on in Au Gres. That's tomorrow morning at 8 to 10 on WKJC. Taste of Au Gres is also going on tomorrow night, the first night of music. And on Saturday, July 4th, will be the fireworks display at the Spoils property as we know it. Everything behind the DPW garage. Huge, huge show this year. They stepped up and bought a lot more stuff. So I think it's going to be a great show for the Internet County Celebration Committee. That's all I have.
Thanks, Dale. Any questions for Dale? Comments from council? All right. Thanks, Dale, again. Moving on from city manager report to comments. First comments session, 11.1 is citizens comments. Round two of two. Joyce.
I have concerns with the outdoor event. When you're talking however many, 400 or 500, 600 people, and you have one officer, that is a lot. And you're introducing alcohol. I think that's a lot to ask for one officer. When you're saying that everybody else is going to be scanty, everybody's going to be cut short. I think you're leaving the citizens hanging out there. You got a lot of elderly people on Michigan Avenue down that way.
I thought they were gonna hire security, but they didn't mention that today. Is that not a thing anymore?
If they hire security, it's all going to be inside. I mean, you're going to have their own security. Yeah.
Why is this being held like at Pavilion or somewhere? At least the music can be contained. Because I mean, if you got people at the care center with autism and things, they can't make music, and you can't just ship them out for the night.
Yeah. Joyce, your concerns are very well taken. It's a situation where it's a business. If it's on their property, there's really nothing that can be done about it. You know, we have one officer. I talked to the county about it a couple times. Again, it's Fourth of July weekend, they're countywide. State police, they're pretty existent here. I mean, all we can do is get the word out that we're happening, but I agree with you. Um, we
It's a
don't have an
concern.
answer. Yeah, it's a concern, but we can't tell them they cannot do it.
And the car show has probably, I think they 1,200 to 1,500 people.
I'll tell it that.
I mean, it's a little bit different show, but it's a major event.
At least the noise is contained. I mean, you're talking, if this is gonna be blasting in the middle of town,
And that's the only thing, and you heard me bring it up, is volume and language is what we have to make sure that our officer is controlling.
My question or concern is, does the city have any liability if you have people right next to 23, they're gonna cross at some point, they may be inebriated, there's an accident, does the city have any liability in that?
That is why I don't feel comfortable supporting the event. Is I don't want to open us. We shouldn't have any. It's not our problem. I mean, I don't want to say it that way, but we should. We're not supporting it. We're not promoting it. We're not saying do it. We can't say you cannot do it. So but that's a good
The
question too.
liability would be on 4-1s. You can check with the lawyer, but I'm pretty sure that's what it would be. It wouldn't be on the city.
I have to say, if they go back in the minutes, you are supporting it
We're not
by
supporting.
saying, that it's okay to do it.
We didn't issue a permit or anything for them.
We can't tell them they cannot do it. We don't have any special event regulations.
And you did
That-
give them a list of
that
things to.
that tell them why we cannot tell them they cannot do it on their property. Michigan Electric Control Commission has given them a license to do it.
And just side note, they own the old Harbor Party Store now too. As part of their property now.
I honestly don't care what they do that weekend because we're always gone, but I mean, I can see some major concerns coming. I can see your folks bringing on Monday.
Joyce, if you,
There's a bunch of older people that are not going to be happy with hearing rock and roll in the middle of town. Would be different if it was inside the building and not blasting out, but 11 o'clock is quite late for
if
the older people that you have for residents and right.
if you wanted to have a party in your barn, which you've had, but if you wanted to put a band outside and pack 500 people on that property, nothing can be done about it.
As long as it meets our curfew, right? And
Yeah.
And $15-20 a head.
any other citizens' comments?
Closing Michigan Avenue would be a bad idea. Because that's the only route then
Yeah.
to the grocery store, and suggesting that they close 4 hours early really isn't.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna close it. I think they're gonna close it from Mackinac Street. And I don't like the idea of it being completely closed. I wanna see there be an avenue for a vehicle to go, and I gotta believe there will be.
Yeah.
Michigan Avenue is pretty wide, but
Right. Well, that's what, when he said he just wanted parking there, that's different than
Right.
closing all the streets down. Like, if
Yeah.
I'm closing all the streets down, it's like,
That's the way she was coming across, was closing them all down, and I kind of, hopefully I steered away from that with just closing Mackinac Street. But
I mean, just even a fire truck getting to Fiery River Drive. I mean, if they gotta go around, it's gonna add quite a bit of time to them getting wherever they gotta go.
they can go down to Water Street.
yeah, they
or-
can cut down Water Street. I don't think that's an issue,
or
Joyce.
Either one, Water Street would be the most convenient.
You can even cut across on Saginaw Street, by Otis's there and get that way too. Water Street would probably be better, but
Saginaw to Water to a lot of ways around that block. But
So they saying the porta potty's gonna be at the school? In their property?
that was one of the things that the superintendent asked for, that they put a porta potty there so they didn't have a public issue with that. You know,
I
public
can
meetings.
see the IGA, a lot of people going over there, that's the closest place. They're gonna run over there.
Well, it sounds like he's gonna have them at the venue, but also, superintendent, I can't think of his name. Mr. May asked that they put one in order to open up his parking lot. He requested that they put a porta potty there. It's in attempt to stave that off. I don't know how many do you say he was gonna put out? Porta potty? He had said only
4.
4, that's not. 4 ain't gonna be enough.
Here, venue and one at the school.
Yeah, he should have more than that.
And I think he'll review the thing. He's pretty.
They should have a couple at their venue, at least 2.
No, more than that even.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean, but.
Yeah.
And people could probably use their bathroom too in the bar. You know, I would surely think. But the outdoors, you don't want people urinating outdoors, you know, without, because they don't have a place to. Anyway,
You should also think about picking up cans or solo cups or anything around the area.
They're gonna put up a lot of fencing, like along the highway, keep people away from the road. Hopefully that all kind of stays contained also, right? So it's their responsibility.
That was one of the things he had talked to us about at the last meeting he came to, was they would get event fencing and actually fence their whole property in and the Harbor Party store and all the way up 23, so that
Tonight you said rope.
pardon me?
Tonight you said rope.
Oh, last month he said event fencing with controlled access, so they could control people in and out.
And the alcohol, I think they have to have a contained area outside it.
They do for.
For citizens' comments, moving on to 11.2 mayor comments. Just listen for me on the radio tomorrow. I hope Bale has a script prepared for me or something. Other than that, you know, Tom's looking beautiful. Thanks to DPW and the rest of our staff for bringing us into the summer. It's here. Moving on to council member comments. Jane?
Well, I saw the houses today and they're gorgeous, but I want to go in. And I'm anxious for an open house. Ball fields look fantastic. That's absolutely great. And I see that we have the cardboard things now, so I can take all my cardboard over there that I've had in my car since last fall. Looks good.
Thanks, Jane. John?
No. Ditto for what James said, the projects look great. Sure do welcome tourist season and the change in weather. I'm good to go.
Thanks, John.
A lot of good things happening in the community. Houses look great. The ball diamonds look fantastic. It's pretty excited about having that sports complex all there, and I hopefully that has laid to rest a lot of the negativity about us taking away the ball diamonds over on Main Street for the campground expansion. I haven't heard any negativity since those actually kind of started coming to fruition. I'm really happy to see the Camerzell sign there and refurbished and George Camerzell dedication sign. That's pretty cool. I think there was quite a few people that were worried that was going to get lost in the transition.
Dan made sure that got over there, got up.
You know,
Yep. George stood up for us on our wedding, so I had to take care of that.
the houses finally look decent now that there's some topsoil spread around. I gotta ask this Our Town tomorrow, 8 to 10, Alley's Nub.
Oh, that's
That's really unique
that's
boutique.
that's what you.
Oh, yeah. I just kind of was wondering what Alley's Nub was. It's not just you might want to rethink that that moniker. I don't know.
Saves a lot of ink putting nub down.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Anyway, taste of Margaret. That's gonna be cool. I'm glad that's
until when it's means like two different things, but I'm not just shorter. So you're using less ink.
Yeah.
Sorry for the
segue there, man. That was a bunny trail. It's good things. I'm looking forward to July 4th and crossing my fingers that this whole thing doesn't blow up in our face somehow. But I don't think it will. I think it'll be a good event. Bolton's pretty self-conscious about it all. Yeah. I think he'll do his best to keep things under control. That's it.
Thanks, Joe. Dan?
Yeah. He is real working with us, but she was acting a little irritated there for a while. And I didn't go along with that. I know. Okay. I know. Yeah, I realize that. So, okay. But he's working it. He's working it hard. And that's that part of what I'm concerned about too is Chuck's our only police officer. You know what I mean? And there's no way in heck he can, if there ends up with, they were talking about 600. If they end up with 300 people here, he still couldn't keep them under control. They're going to have people of their own there keeping their crowd under
He had
control.
mentioned before having event security, so
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
he
that's the
didn't
right
bring that
plan.
up tonight at all, and I'm hoping he still has that plan.
Yeah. No, and like I say, the ball fields look nice. There's been crowds over there, kids playing ball. That's cool. Keeping everything mowed over there. I don't know who for sure is mowing that. Steve
Stiff is.
is using the mower.
Yeah.
Good.
Somebody was mowing
Somebody's keeping the soccer field mowed too, and I don't know who's doing that, but I go by there every day. Anyway, streets, that surprised me. They're going to get done that fast.
They're not done yet, but we're.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Have done by the 30th.
Hopefully they're not all tore up for his event he's wanting to do July 4th.
Yeah. There's the way those their driveways are going, huh?
That,
It's street will go about the way the driveways are going.
yeah. No, the streets I feel very confident on, and there's provisions in the contract when they can't work, when they cannot work, and Fourth of July weekend is one that all streets have to be open.
I'm done.
All right. Thanks, Dan. All right, moving on from comments to item 12, payment of bills. All right, we have a motion and support. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion
I'd like to
carried.
comment,
Oh, so-
Levon does a great job communicating. Just want to give her a little praise.
all right.
Like I say, this is my first foray into government, and it's really nice to see such competence.
I found a long time ago that if Dale wants to spend money, I look at Levon.
And John, you're not here when Levon does accounts payable. And she said, "Do you have any more bills?" And I said, "No." She prints them off, and then I walk in her office with one. I just, you don't understand the look I get from her.
She appears to, take prisoners.
All right, we got through 12?
No motion yet. Oh, yeah, we got through 12,
Okay.
but through 13, yeah.
All right, 13, approval of financial statements.
I'll make a motion. We approve financial statements as support.
Okay, we have a motion and support. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Our final agenda item this evening, number 14, adjournment.
Motion?
that we adjourn when you're done.
Or you vote on the payment of bills?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew we had a motion to support, but I didn't remember.
And one favor.
So we have a motion to adjourn.
And a support.
All right. We have motion and support then. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. We are